Hello again, everyone. Hope everyone is well and safe wherever you are. And if you're in a troubled spot in the world, may the Almighty protect you and keep you safe. This is Dulu again at Dulu's Reactions. Before I forget to say it, as I always do, please do like, subscribe, and share. And if you can make a contribution to let me continue doing this, the link to coffee is below. Please make a contribution of whatever you can afford. I wanted to do not a reaction video today, but a short video just explaining what's happening with Israel, Iran, Israel, Gaza, and the Middle East generally, and a burning question which many people probably have, especially younger people, as to why America and to a large extent as well the other Western countries seem to support Israel even more than perhaps Israeli Jews or Jewish people from other countries. Now, it was something that used to baffle me until many years ago. I sort of did some reading on this because it's very difficult for us ordinary people to understand, why politicians do what they do. But have you ever asked the question, why is American and American evangelical Christians so ardent in their support for Israel? Now, I know we're supposed to be, especially in the Western world, we're supposed to be all secular and it's not about religion anymore, religion doesn't matter. Well, on this particular issue, it really does matter. And I'll just explain briefly how. So, according to evangelical Christianity, and I'm no expert on it, but this is some of the reading that I've done in the past, their belief is that for Jesus, the Messiah, to return to earth, and to bring on Armageddon and the final days and bring peace and all that to the world, the state of Israel has to be established and all the Jews have to go back to the ancient state of Israel. Now, this is one of the reasons why Balfour, who was a British minister, made the Balfour Declaration in 1917, if I remember correctly, where he gave very explicit support for establishing the state of Israel. Now, the interesting thing is Balfour was an evangelical Christian as well, and there are quite a few evangelical Christians in America. I think last time I looked, there's something like 90 to 95 million in America, and they tend to be very powerful in Congress, in the media, etc., etc. Mike Huckabee, the current ambassador to Israel, the American ambassador to Israel, is one of those. He used to be on Fox News, and I used to occasionally watch him before, unfortunately, Fox News was banned in the UK, which, by the way, I disagree with wholeheartedly. We have to have free speech, otherwise there's no debate. And Mike Huckabee is one of these people. And it always used to baffle me as to why certain Westerners, non-Jewish Westerners, were even more ardent and zealous and uncritical supporters of Israel, even compared to perhaps Israeli Jewish people, which blows my mind. Now, the reason is what I mentioned earlier. The evangelical Christians, they believe that for Jesus, the Messiah, to return, the state of Israel has to be established and the Jews have to go back there. Now, the funny thing is, even from an Orthodox Judaism perspective, men are not supposed to establish the state of Israel. It is supposed to be the Messiah, according to Jewish belief. This is why many practicing Jews and Orthodox Jews and those who are, if you like, proper Jews, don't mean to offend anybody, I don't mean to offend any other Jewish people, but those who sort of follow the scripture more strictly, their view is that Zionism is completely wrong, it is a sin, and it should not have been done. It is the Messiah that must come and establish the state of Israel. Now, the deal that the evangelicals and the Zionists have done, so I'm not going to use the term Jewish now when I describe those who set up the state of Israel, because it isn't actually according to Judaism or Judaic belief, certainly not according to the Old Testament anyway. So the Zionists and the evangelical Christians and others who helped them establish the state, they did this, what I would call a pact with the devil. So the Zionists thought, well, we don't believe in your Messiah anyway, Jesus coming back and doing X, Y, Z. So you help us establish this state, and we don't believe he's going to come anyway, so we get that almost for free. The evangelicals' perspective is, we'll help the Jews, and we'll pretend we love them, we'll give them this state and help them, and when the Messiah comes, Jesus Christ, we will he will give the Jews two choices: either become Christians or die, be killed. Wonderful, right? So that's, if you like, the devil's pact. And if I were a Zionist, I would probably say, well, that's a good deal, since I don't believe your Messiah's coming back anyway. So that is one of the reasons why, come whatever, the Americans and those who are evangelical Christians, and by extension those in Europe who want to lick the boots of America anyway, will follow them and are more ardent and more zealous for the State of Israel than even many Jews, especially Jewish people from other countries and other nationalities. So I hope that sort of briefly explained it in my waffling way as to why Americans and various American politicians support the State of Israel. Now, this belief is not, according to, as far as I'm aware, the majority of the Christian world. It tends to be these evangelical Christians who are ardent zealots for the State of Israel. So I hope that explained it in a nutshell. I do tend to waffle. I do apologise for that. But I thought I'd just do this just to sort of give you the heads up as to why things are happening the way they are happening. So that's it for now. Hope that explained it. Have a lovely day, everyone. Wherever you are, stay safe, and I hope to see you soon. And please do like, subscribe and share, and please make a contribution if you can, whatever the amount, to the coffee link below. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye for now.